You're spending hours changing, updating your resume using ChatGPT. You're adding all the keywords from the job description. You're running it through ATS checkers and getting high scores, yet you're still not landing interviews. What's going on here? What if I told you that AI is making your resume worse? I'm Danielle Bradley. I'm a career coach for mid-career professionals, and I'm seeing a trend over the last several months. I'm seeing amazing, experienced mid-career professionals using AI to rewrite their resumes, and it's actually making things worse. They're getting zero traction and zero interviews. And it's not because they're not qualified, it's because AI is creating resumes that sound fake, generic, which is the opposite of standing out. It even hallucinates, it makes things up. And the reality is that it's just not working. Today, I'm going to share with you the AI resume mistakes that you're likely making that are killing your chances of landing the interviews and how to fix it so that you can start landing the interviews and the offers that you're qualified for. Now, I'm curious, if you are using AI tools for your resume, what are you using it for exactly? Are you using it for your entire resume, for your summary, your bullets? Comment below. So here's what's happening. If you're taking your resume and you're putting it into AI and you're adding a job description and you're telling it, update my resume to fit this job description. Here's what AI will do really well. It will make it sound good. It will look professional. Things will be well structured, well written, but it's not really fully designed to position you for the type of role that you're targeting, especially not with the types of results that are going to generate the attention of employers and hiring officials. And positioning is key to landing interviews. It's not just perfectly worded sentences and having all the correct keywords. This is really important. You have to be able to position yourself through your resume to showcase the value that you bring and the specific results that you are able to provide for the employer, and having results that are directly connected to the role that you're going for. Let me give you an example of AI resumes gone wrong. A client shared with me a little while ago that he had seen a resume come across his desk for someone that had only 5 years of experience. The resume was 3 pages long and it was full of fluff. It was generic. There was nothing tangible. And of course, that person got eliminated immediately. Even though the resume had all the right keywords, there was no substance behind it and no positioning for the role that they were applying for. So let me break down the 3 specific mistakes that I see people make when they're using AI for their resumes. Mistake number 1 is generic summaries that don't showcase your value. When you dump your information into ChatGPT and you tell it, write me a summary, it is by nature going to come up with something pretty generic. It doesn't show what you're specifically known for and the problems that you solve for employers. That's what makes you an in-demand expert. And we have to remember that the reason why there is a job opening is because the employer has some problems that they're trying to solve with the role. And the more you position yourself as the problem solver, the better your chances of getting the interviews and landing the offer. AI doesn't understand that. It generates words that sound professional, but that don't have that correct positioning behind it. Mistake number 2 is keyword stuffing that scream fake. When you try to have AI update your resume for a specific position with all the right keywords, it's going to stuff your resume with every single keyword if it can. And it's going to look fake, unfortunately. I'm seeing a lot of resumes right now that have a lot of sentences with some very common buzzwords. Here's an example. Results-driven strategic leader with proven track record of driving synergies and leveraging cross-functional collaboration to optimize stakeholder engagement. That's kind of an AI word salad, and hiring managers can spot it immediately now. So they're reading your resume asking themselves, did ChatGPT write this entire thing? Did this person actually create impact? In the age of AI written resumes, the way that we can prove that we have the experience for the job is to have a resume that is full of real results, real measurable outcomes that proves that we have done what is included in our resume. And that needs to come from your brain, of course. Mistake number 3 is that AI doesn't know your career story. When you fully delegate writing your resume to AI, it doesn't include your career story that is going to be relevant for where you're going next. So you end up with a resume or a LinkedIn profile that look good, sound good, but they're not designed to attract opportunities for the role that you want moving forward. So let's talk about what actually works. You need to do this positioning work yourself or with the help of a career coach before you even touch AI. Let me explain. Positioning is about who you are, what you bring, and the specific problems that you solve for employers. And then you want to tie it to what matters for the job that you want. This is what helps employers understand instantly what you deliver, what you bring to the table, and what your value truly is. So let's break this down further with your positioning. These are the questions that you need to ask yourself. What are you known for? What problems do you solve really well? What problems do you also love to solve? What are your strengths and what are the results that you have delivered? Then think about the ones that are aligned with the role that you want next. You really need to answer these questions for yourself. AI is not going to be able to do this for you. Next, you can create your positioning statement. Here's a helpful structure. I help organizations achieve specific outcome by leveraging your expertise and your approach to deliver measurable results. So here's an example. I help consumer brands grow profitably by turning data and insights into clear marketing strategy, leading cross-functional teams, delivering integrated campaigns that drive measurable revenue and brand lifts. That's positioning. That's understanding your value. And of course, now we need to pair that with some tangible outcomes through the entire resume. This is an example of something that we would include at the top as part of your resume summary. Once you know your positioning and once you know what's aligned for the type of role that you're going for, then of course you can use AI to refine the wording in your resume, in your LinkedIn profile as well. But you still have to keep an eye out for AI making things up. Use it as a tool, but of course you're the brains behind it. Let me give you a quick real example from a client that I recently worked with. Philip is a senior creative marketing design leader, and he was really tech savvy and very comfortable with AI. As a matter of fact, he's pretty much an AI expert in teaching others how to effectively use it. And when we first met, he had been using AI for his resume and for his LinkedIn profile to help him with a job search as he got laid off. But he was not getting any traction. The issue wasn't AI as such, it was his positioning. In fact, when we delved into things, we looked at his resume and LinkedIn profile, and they were generic. And he came to realize that the work that we did really opened his eyes to it. And he came to realize that recruiters and hiring officials were able to spot if something had been fully written with AI without having the substance behind it and that positioning that I've been talking about. Once we clarified his positioning, once we upgraded his resume and LinkedIn profile, things changed very quickly. He started to land interviews within a week of us updating his LinkedIn profile. He noticed that profile views increased, recruiters were reaching out, and he was able to land an offer within 54 days of us updating his resume and LinkedIn profile. Of course, we also worked on his interview stories, but the start of landing the interviews happened because he had documents that had the right positioning. So here's what I recommend for you if you are in a job search and you're not getting any traction. Stop delegating everything to AI, especially your positioning. Sit down right now and ask yourself these questions. What am I known for? What problems do I solve? And what results have I delivered that matter for the role that I want? Write this down, create your positioning statement, and create results that you have delivered that align with the type of role that you want. Then start working with AI to refine all of the wording. AI can generate text, it can make things sound really good, but it can't create your positioning. That needs to come from you. If you've been using AI in your job search and you're not getting traction, this is a big part of the reason why. Your resume might sound good, but it's not positioned correctly. It doesn't have enough impact. Now, if you want professional help with fixing your positioning, creating it, upgrading your resume and optimizing your LinkedIn profile, and allowing yourself to then perform in the interviews that you'll be able to generate, I invite you to book a free strategy call with us. You'll find the link to do that below this video. And of course, like and subscribe for more real career advice. And watch this video next, why your resume isn't working, and I actually share some before and after real examples that landed interviews quickly. And I'd love to hear from you. Comment below. Have you been using AI? Has it been working for you? I'll see you in the next video.